Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome into Bronwen's Cove Tarot. I know that I have a change of scenery at the moment. It's because I only have one kitchen and I'm using the washing machine at the moment. Very noisy. So I've moved myself over here. If you are new to my channel, welcome in. It's really good to have you here. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, hearts, kisses, it's good to have you back as well. I'm going to be ringing my bell, my little Tibetan bell. This is just to cleanse the space around us. If you have any type of sound sensitivity, just turn down your listening device in 3, 2, and 1. Wunderbar. Now, the messages that came through were set and uphold healthy boundaries, set and uphold healthy distance, and set and uphold healthy self-love. And then I had I had Rick Mail from Bottom come through, and if you don't know what that is, it is a show from I think like the late 90s, early 2000s, and it's about these people that live with each other and it's really stupid. It's great. It's really silly humor, and I just saw Rick Mail's face and he was very like, you know, rest in peace. He was very expressionate with his face. So I don't know if somebody is being asked to tap into their inner child and the silliness, like the grossness and silliness of children, or if you're just being told to watch Bottom with Rick Mail in it, okay? And I also had the song Billie Jean by Michael Jackson come in. I don't know who needs to know that, but those two I think I'm going to touch on in a minute. I just want to see what wants to come through for set and uphold healthy boundaries, healthy distance, and healthy self-love. And I saw like, for healthy distance, it was almost like somebody who lives on a narrow boat or on a barge, almost being on water, being away from land, being away from someone here. I don't know if somebody just wants to get on a boat and sail away, or if someone lives on a narrow boat, or if this is talking about your emotional health. Because if you are having, you know, if you have dreams about water, for example, big bodies of water, this is talking about emotions. This is talking about the subconscious, the unconscious. Now, can I know a little bit more about this setting and upholding healthy boundaries first? You miss someone's coming out. So I don't know if you're feeling the pull of somebody that you haven't seen in a very long time. If this is somebody that you share ancestors with, because we have the butterflies, we've got the monarch butterfly here, or the emperor butterfly, and for me that's always to do with like passed over loved ones or ancestors. And the fact that this is a shallow grave means that whatever it is that you may be feeling hasn't been buried away really deeply. This is something that may be coming to the surface quite easily. And I heard your dreamstead. I also heard the word Scorpio, or your 8th house, looking at your dream meanings through the lens of whatever it is that sits in your 8th house in your natal chart may bring illumination for you. I was actually talking today to like this lady who runs a community coffee shop, and we were talking about Chiron, and I'd said to her that, you know, I'd put a video up about Chiron and Chiron return and those wounds and things like that. And it just kind of struck me that, you know, we're in the last month of the year. I know my readings are timeless, and if you are watching this not when I've just posted it, it could be months, years, weeks later, this still resonates if it resonates. We are in the 12th month. This is the 12th house. This is Pisces, endings, so that new beginnings can come in. So when we come into the new year, there's a lot of release, especially when it comes to our emotions and things that may have felt like they were buried. And I'm hearing resentment for someone is going to bubble back up again. Now you have healing from heartache underneath as well, and you've got release your power. There is a need to stay very authentic to yourself when you are navigating these wounds or navigating these boundaries, because I feel like somebody is trying to push against a boundary that you have set or someone here has set. And I noticed that when I was out today, I went and had like a full body massage, and I wanted to pamper myself, doing my own healthy self-love. And I thought I'd walk from where I had the massage done to my home. So it's only like a 15-20 minute walk, but it's very busy. And if you're watching from the States and you've never been to London, it's very compact. So like stores are quite small and they're almost like houses. They're right next to each other. And where I live has a multitude of mini stores and then coffee shops and like a big shopping mall and so on and so forth. So it gets really busy. And as I was walking through, like people were just slamming into me, and I could have reacted and got really cross, and I just thought, no, I won't. But people were really like squishing in, if that makes sense. And it feels like there is someone either trying to test your boundaries or they don't respect boundaries in some way. And this person is somebody who may have left wounds on your heart space. Now, this doesn't have to be a romantic wound or a romantic trauma. This could be a family member. This could be somebody that you saw as like a best friend and they betrayed you or they used you or whatever that may be for you in your personal journey. But with this, release your power, especially when I'm looking at, it's a dress of alchemy. There's something about showing these emotions, not hiding these emotions, or not hiding how you feel because eyes are on you. I don't know, I had Christmas dinner. It may be for someone that you're invited to a Christmas dinner and you do not want to do the passive aggressive thing. You don't want to keep your, keep tight-lipped because it might rock the boat. You're being told to release your power. If you need to have a cry before you go, or you need to go and, pamper yourself, or you decide that you're just not going to go to that Christmas dinner because you think that it would be, it would just be a disaster. You're being told to really prioritize yourself at this moment and going forward, especially as we go through the holiday period as well. And even if you watch this after the holiday period, you're just being told to prioritize yourself. And if you've already set a really healthy boundary, you're being told not to stumble back on it just because somebody's trying to pull on your heartstrings, because your emotions, your needs are just as important, if not more right now, okay? It is really important that you stay true to yourself. I'm going to place this one down and then I'm going to put down release your power. I think that as we go into this new year, there's change coming in, and I had but it's expansion. Expansion seems to be coming in. Tell me about like healthy distance. What is set and uphold healthy distance, please, and thank you. What do we need to know about this? Time for a change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. You see clearly, clairvoyance is upside down. This may be a time for somebody to move away from social media, to kind of like black out media for a little while. It could be to stop messaging someone, or to, if you haven't already, maybe even block someone. I can't tell you specifically. You have to use your own discernment. You see clearly clairvoyance in reverse. There's something that you're not seeing here when it comes to somebody on your phone. It's either your phone or your laptop. And I don't know if this is like a friend. It's definitely a partnership or a relationship, because we have number 7 coming out, which is the 7th house, Libra. Business partners and relationships. I want to get a little bit of clarity on this, because we have guidance, but where will it lead you? There's somebody who may lead you astray, or there's something here about messages and how messages come through for you, and not to follow messages blindly. Like me saying to you, oh, you should come off of social media for a little bit, and then you just come off social media, shut down absolutely everything, and no one sees you until February, and you miss out on opportunities, or you miss out on this and this. There's a real need to use a measure of discernment here, ensuring that any messages that come through are clarity on things that you're already thinking about. If something comes through as a message and you don't understand it, or it gives you some sort of paranoia or fear, or you haven't kind of balanced up, that's the message that came through. How am I going to practice that as part of my daily, whatever, ins and goings? rather than just following it blindly. There's a real need to do that here. I don't know why I'm getting Aquarius energy also for that, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. Can I get some clarity, please? Just one more card would be really awesome. Thank you. A tempting offer has a high price. Glamour, intrigue, and drama. I think that going back to somebody or reconnecting with somebody that you've already set a healthy boundary with, that you've already provided distance in between, whether that's because you guys need breathing space or because you've actually given them an ultimatum and they are yet to respond, whatever it may be, you're being told to kind of dig your feet in a little bit with that set boundary and not to go, oh, well, you know, it is Christmas, or, you know, it is New Year's, or it is their birthday, or it is this, or it is that. I'm hearing write down the things that that brought you to where you are right now. So if the reason why you have created distance or you've set a boundary is for your mental health, remind yourself of that. Remind yourself of what happened when you did not have that boundary. And it's not a thing about shame. It's not a thing about, you know, guilting yourself. It's more of having that perspective of, yes, I love this person, or yes, you know, I wish this person the best, but their best for me leaves me traumatized, so I need to stay away from them. Now, uphold healthy self-love. Why don't we go over here? Let's have a look. Tell me about this, please. Healthy self-love. Door to personal healing and happiness is in reverse. And this is confirmation of what I was just saying about reminding yourself of why it is that you've removed yourself from a situation, from a company, from a job, from a family member, from a romantic partner, whoever that may be. Because I'm putting it down next to shallow grave. You miss someone. And the thing is as well, I think that sometimes we can forget about the negativity or the dense energy, the trauma, or whatever it was that made us remove ourselves and set that boundary in the first place when we get lonely. When we get lonely, or when it's around times where you see other people holding hands, or, you know, happy families. It could be Valentine's Day and we're like, you know what, I'm single, or I'm without my family, I'm without that person. Let me just call them. Or when they may message you and you're like, temptation. And you've got here, emergence. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. You've also got envious gluttony coming out with the 9th house. So I feel like there is a lot of wounds coming up from the inner child. I think that's the reason why I had such a random message, the bottom, with Rick Mail in it, because it does have the vibes of I am 7 and I want to show you my scabs on my knee. It's that vibe. It's very silly. It is a little bit gross. It's over the top, very dramatic, very diva-ish. And with envious gluttony here as well, there may be this energy of also treating yourself. And I don't mean to the point of this. There needs to be an easy balance. There needs to be a measure of control when it comes to overeating, I'm hearing, or eating your feelings, especially with healing from heartache over here. I want to know more about envious gluttony though. Yeah, because do you know what? Something seems to be sitting on... I had a trine. Something is sitting on a trine in someone's birth chart, which is magnifying the way in which someone's either comforting themselves through food or how they what. Tell me more about this, please. Tell me about envious gluttony. Envious gluttony, please. Oh, it's really pushing itself out. Okay. A time to release negativity. A time to release negativity. Let me show you that properly. With Scorpio, and I felt Scorpio energy coming through. This envious gluttony, this is looking at, again, things that are being repressed. And I don't know if somebody has repressed a memory, past life regression or childhood regression may actually help someone here with accessing these memories, because if you've only got like the tip of the iceberg in how you feel without being able to connect where it's coming from, it's going to be a lot harder for you to then access that, recognize that, hold it, and then let it go, you know, heal from it and let it go. Time for a change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom, and it's time to release negativities in reverse. So who is this person that, there's somebody here, this person, whoever it is that you may be thinking of, I'm hearing someone may be dreaming of them. They may be dreaming of them. You have resistance in reverse, and you see clearly clairvoyance. There's a surrendering to something bitter here. There's a surrendering to something bitter. And I don't know if someone is waking up feeling angry or frustrated, if you are having dreams of childhood memories, if you are seeing the person that you haven't spoken to in a very long time in your dreams. There's this energy of like, give me peace. Because again, when I was navigating all of like the crowds, and people were just very unaware of their spatial awareness, like bumping into each other and continuing on their way, whether they were talking to someone else or just looking at their phone. And this is giving the same type of energy of just either a lack of spatial awareness or invading your privacy in some way. You also have take time to breathe out, and it's in reverse. So there is this energy also of feeling a little bit frustrated and a bit stressed out. Not a lot, but enough that it's maybe it's making the offer of someone messaging you or coming back into your life look less of a rotten idea than it actually is. You have walking away, believe in the impossible, and what do you need to release? So this walking away, I'm putting down on the first row. I do think that somebody's unhappy that you walked away from them, or they're unhappy that you haven't at any point, you haven't thought about them. They haven't seen you in their dreams. My understanding, this is just my understanding and my experience, is that when you dream of somebody else, they are visiting you in your dreams. And when you are seen in other people's dreams and you don't remember, you are visiting them, okay? And that's just my experience and my understanding. Take it as it resonates for yourself. Which means if you are dreaming, or you are kind of waking up and thinking about this specific person, they are trying to push into your energy in any way, shape or form. Now, what you need to release is coming out here with healing from heartache. There is definitely a need. I keep getting the message of a perception shift, because the second row talks about emergence, and I want to reread that just to refresh my mind and yours. And it says here for emergence, with the 25 condensing down to a 7, so we've got 7 coming out so far. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. This is about, think about how children heal. And I can only go by the experience I have of working with kids. You know, I stopped working with children a couple of years ago to become a tarot reader. But when you think of children, and when they get upset, they will express themselves. If they can't do it through their words, then they will do it through their play and their actions, through art, through creating. And there is a call here for you to do the same, because if there's a part of you that you can't access, or you can't remember, or you don't know what it is, there's that tip of that iceberg that we were talking about, and you can feel it, but you don't know how to access that. There's a real calling here to look into different modalities of creating, of expressing, whether that is dancing, drawing, rock climbing, Zumba, whatever you want to call it, painting, opera singing, whatever it is that you feel called to do that will help your inner child to access those parts that hurt. And I don't know, maybe a memory will come flooding back. Maybe you will start remembering your dreams, especially if you're waking up feeling a type of way in the morning, or you're just feeling a little bit and also it may give you clarity on, I had the whole picture, rather than just the snippets that we get when we look into the past, because any memory that we access, we're not actually accessing the actual thing that happened or that memory. We're accessing the last time we remembered it. So every time we go back in time and think about what happened in the past, it changes just a minute bit, just a minute bit, just a minute bit. I feel like someone's going to be given the whole picture, the entire picture, but the more that you stare at it, the more you're like, what is it, what is it, what is it, the more you take up space in in allowing that to come to you and to flow to you. So someone here needs it's almost like I had a meditative state. Someone needs to be meditating or listening to seed sounds or listening to grounding like frequencies, something where you can be doing something creative, listening to something like opera without any music, without any words, without any, you know, and then just allow it to come to you, because it will. And you've got to believe in the impossible. Okay, so this is a block. There is definitely a block here in removing what? Because this is golden energy. Tell me about this golden energy, please. Tell me about the golden energy. Grounding has come out. And the 11th house, freedom, associations, your circle of friends, and grounding. I feel like this person is ungrounding you. And it's not just this energy coming towards you and, oh my gosh, it's draining and energy harvesting. There may be some of that happening, but this is more to do with the energy we are allowing into our aura or into our personal circle, because this could be a friend, this could be an associate, this could be whoever. This is somebody that you trusted, or somebody that you put a lot of effort, time, love into, and there's resentment here. And why am I getting like from childhood? So this could be like a sibling or a parent, or this could have been your best friend from when you were 5 years old. There is definitely the energy coming through though of somebody who they're attached to you in some way. And I don't know if they're just attached to watching your glow up or seeing you do better. But with the technology card coming out about a time for a change, there is a need to either change your phone, change the firewall on your phone or your computer, or to change like access codes or passwords that you have on certain things, because this person either knows your passwords or they are trying to get into the account. There's something here with trying to get into your energy, and it's very ungrounding. You may not see this coming, or you may be allowing this energy in some way, because I'm looking at the second to last row, because we have 6 rows down today, and the 5th row says you see clearly, clairvoyance in reverse. So you then have resistance in reverse, you have grounding in reverse. There is definitely something going on. There may be a psychic attack going on, but it feels like somebody doesn't want to let go of you more than they're trying to like take you out, if that makes sense. They don't want to let go of you. A lot of this energy that's being either pushed towards you, especially if they're trying to get into your dreams, it's like they want to give you a message. But the thing is, the messages that came through, set and uphold healthy boundaries. And I heard 9 of Wands. Set and uphold healthy distance. And I'm seeing water, so I don't know if that's the moon. And then you have set and uphold healthy self-love. And I saw the Queen of Cups. So this is mother wound. This is looking at mother wounds. The last one when it comes to self-love is looking at your mother wound. This could actually be your mother. This is somebody that you have known for a very long time, like a very long time. For some, it is connected to an inner child wound. They may have created this inner child wound. For others, they are exasperating it. They're making it worse. The moon, very much in their feels. I feel like they're in their feels about the distance between you. And they want, and look, Pisces came out, your dreams. Shut the front door. Look at that. That first one up there says your dreams. Your dreams, your idolizations of, be part of something overwhelming and. Okay. So there is definitely there's something about your dreams are not just to do with where you go when you go to sleep. I'm talking about your aspirations, your goals, the manifestations that you have wanted to come in for a very long time. This person may have walked away or may have not supported you in those dreams, in those goals, or told you were foolish for trying to reach so high or for shooting that high. I heard, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We've got truth coming out. So there is definitely a truth coming through here for someone, or it's about to, when it comes to family ties, family wounds, your womb wound, your seed wound, and it's just sacral to your third eye. It's like trusting your intuition. I don't know if somebody like made you feel like you had to doubt yourself all the time. This is okay. So I just got a major download. I was writing about truth tellers because I like to listen to different psychologists online. I find psychology very, very interesting. And there is one that talks about narcissism, and she was talking about the truth teller. Now, the truth teller in a family, they're usually children. She said very rarely do you find adults who are truth tellers that weren't when they were kids. And the truth teller is somebody who sees the narcissist or sees the person who has narcissistic traits for who they are and calls them out on it. And this can happen very, very young. This could be very, very young, going, you know, I've just, you know, daddy's always really stressed out when he comes back from work, and then he starts shouting at you, mum. And you will have the truth teller will constantly be told by other people that they are wrong, or that they need to be quiet, or they're being rude, or when all they're doing is just going, hey, I can see this stuff happening. And everybody else in that family or in that family unit becomes an enabler. And they're like, no, daddy's just tired because he's been working really hard. It's fine. Mum's okay. Mum may actually be like, no, I'm okay. It's fine. Don't say that about your dad. And so on and so forth. There seems to be a revelation coming through here about a truth teller. I don't know if you are the truth teller, if you spoke up on something here, and this is the reason why you didn't get support, or you weren't getting that support growing up, and saying stuff about it made it worse. Now I want to read this. Okay, it says, truth teller, the child that at early ages sees what is happening in a narcissistic family dynamic. They know to ignore, not to invest, to distance themselves. And we were talking about distance. The parent / sibling doesn't like being seen. So this is a narcissistic parent or sibling does not like being seen. So that means that the truth teller becomes the scapegoat. The child may do a lot of things by themselves. So having a very rich inner world, not doing a lot of activities with a narcissistic adult, and this can be really lonely. Truth tellers in adulthood have good instincts, usually being direct. Downsides is self-doubt when they are being told by other family members to be quiet, to stop it, and making excuses. Isolation and lack of trust can come up. So this is something that I feel is what we are looking at right now. This is what you're being asked to focus on. There is a need for some sort of past regression, some sort of childhood, maybe even hypnotherapy. There's a need to access a part of the psyche that it's difficult to get to when you don't know how to navigate it. I don't know if that's making sense. Now you have got a parent or a sibling, specifically a parent or a sibling, or somebody you were in a codependent narcissistic relationship, the empath to the narcissist paradigm. You have someone here who is trying to, I keep hearing like clicking their fingers, they're trying to get your attention in some way. Why? Indecision, and a new start is coming because they know that something big is coming in for you. They're very, very aware that there is something very big coming in for you. And I mean, the new start with Aries, you know, going back into our first house, people are going to see you in a different way as well. Someone here quaffed or laughed at the dream that you had, and this dream is becoming a reality. And I think they find this very shocking. And I heard, I need you to tell me. I need you to tell me what. I don't know. This person is being like, it's giving. It's giving, I need help, I need your expertise, I need you to like elaborate on something or illuminate something for me. You are really, really good at what you're doing. This person's going to try and butter you up big time. But it's because they're trying to get in. Now, what's going on with this 11th house? Because I don't know if this is the same person, but there's someone monitoring you in a certain way. Why are they monitoring? How are they monitoring? Root chakra. So they're monitoring maybe monetary wealth, stability, your resources. I mean, the root chakra has number 1, which is also the magician in tarot. And the magician looks at resourcefulness. It looks at being able to create what it is that you want from the things that you already have. So it could be that you want to start your own business. So you start small and you begin filming. Apologies for that disruption, but there's something with this person understanding that there is going to be a large life change or a life shift that's coming in for someone in the collective. So they are they're keeping an eye or keeping tabs on your financing. But it's not just to do with money. They're keeping a check or keeping an eye on your sense of strength and growth, your sense of stability. The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. So this isn't just about how you make money or how you're able to pay bills. It surpasses that. It's also to do with your health, your spine health. I'm hearing like all of the bones in your body. Why is that so important? I don't know, maybe you've had issues with the bones in your body, and please know that the advice that you find within this tarot reading or any tarot reading is not to take the place of a qualified, professional, experienced chiropractor or doctor, whatever it may be, bone doctor for you. Take what resonates, leave the rest, but use your discernment. You have secrets revealed coming out as well. This could be family secrets. This can be ancient secrets. The colours that we have here denote the sacral chakra, the root chakra, and the solar plexus. So this is all lower energies, not so much dense energies as it is the chakras from your heart space downwards. Now it's the Queen of Sheba, and she has all these different spices with her. I feel like there's something that's going to enrich your life. It's going to change your perspective for good. And I mean for the good of the collective consciousness and for good. There's something that you don't see right now. It may even be how this person has affected your life, because we remember the trauma. We can remember, of course we remember the trauma. And I'm not saying that you don't understand your own life or anything like that, but there's something subconscious that is being omitted, I'm hearing, or hidden. And I saw, as I said that, I saw like fireworks, almost like fireworks coming out of someone's heart space and like being peeled open and all of this light just pouring out. This happens when? When does this happen? When does this happen, please? When does this happen? Liberation. This happens when an ending comes in. This is someone's trying to bind your dreams. And I don't know if this is bind your dreams, like I said before, physically or actually in your dream state. There's information that they may be trying to gain. What is this information exactly? Okay, sacral chakra is coming out. And we also have down here a bit of chair yoga going on. Synergy. And it actually has a 41 condensing down to a 5 on it. I'm just going to show you that. And it says on here, the frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of the not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. Okay. So there is definitely something beautiful coming in for you. I do think that there is a truth coming out. This truth doesn't have to be like down the grapevine or through the grapevine, not the grapevine. It doesn't have to be, and sorry if you can see that I have a heat pack on there because my shoulder's a bit sore. It doesn't have to be that it's gossip or like it's explosive or dramatic. It can be the sudden realization we have as we go through our healing journey that some people are just not good for us, or we drift apart from people, or that person that you thought was going to protect you doesn't have the capability of doing so, whether that's because they are purposely trying to hold you back or because they don't want to let go because it means that you'll no longer be in their life. This synergy with the truth coming out and walking away, I feel like there is something here that's holding you back or holding someone back here from taking that step into, I heard, a new world, into like, it's meeting your higher self, or meeting the highest vibrational version of yourself. And I kept having this thought, and I've had it for like a month, and obviously it is a download that needs to be spoken out into the world. I don't know if you have seen the film with is it Michelle Chu? I cannot remember her name. So embarrassing. I'm sorry. It's the film Everything Everywhere All at Once. And if you haven't seen that film, it is chef's kiss, amazing. And in it looks at how, you know, things are happening everywhere all the time, all at once. It's all happening at the same time. This is why I state, and why people say that time is linear, because we have comprised it that way. But in this, there are people that are able to jump timelines. They're able to access alternate versions of themselves if they had taken a different fork, you know, in the road, if they had decided to do something else. So if they're in the middle of a fight scene, they are able to access that, Michelle Wu, I think her name is, sorry, they're able to access that version of themselves that decided that they were going to, you know, not have kids, and instead they were going to train as a martial artist. Or, you know, the version of themselves that dropped out of university and became a ninja, whatever it may be. And I've kept having this, like, this recurring thought of, what if we're able to access that? Because I know it sounds really kind of fantastical, and, you know, what if part of this, you know, stepping into this new world and meeting your highest vibrational self is actually accessing one of your alternate versions. And we do that through manifestation. We do that through the way that we heal ourselves. We open up doors. Our doors nothing more than portals, no? And it says here, sacral chakra, and look at the number on the top, high priestess. A high priest or high priestess can walk through portals, can walk through doors, because they're connected, so intrinsically connected to both the cosmos and to this 3D plane of Mother Gaia. Now it says on here, the frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. What we were just talking about. Now this comes from healing. This is to do with healing. And there is a need, it's not even an urgency, it's a need to release something from your womb, from your seed. And, you know, irrespective of gender, we all have a sacral chakra. It's how we connect into our intuition, how we connect into our divine feminine. I heard naked before the stars. Look, we've got the third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, coming out. This is the solar plexus. So it is to do with the inner child. There is something hidden here that is being, it's almost like it's pleading to come out. And I think, again, going back to Bottom, just the name of the show, Bottom of Rick Mail. If you haven't seen the show, it's going to be on a really, it's going to be really grainy because it's from like the 90s. But it's worth watching, even if it's just to take notes and go, okay, so this is what my inner child is asking. My inner child really wants me to be silly. My inner child really wants me to create slime. There is a need here to create in any way possible without the the pressure of what the result will be, the product, what is it that you're going to make from that, and more just the process of being present and healing through that way. Because when we go back to the start of this reading, it was talking about how, you know, when you think of children that have been through trauma or stress or stresses in their life, and how, you know, those who are trained to help that child to heal or to help that child express something, they do it through play, they do it through art, they do it through ways that are easier than having to form how they feel, because sometimes they don't know. And this is the unknown. There's something here that needs to be released, that is the unknown. And until you're able to put your finger on the pulse of what that is, you are still connected in, even if only by the residue of the past, with somebody here that you missed, somebody that you spent a very long time with. And those cords, we can get rid of those cords, but if we don't find the root cause of why that cord was connected, especially if it's a traumatic cord to the other person, they just rebind, they reconnect themselves. Now, I can't tell you if the person that you have in mind when it comes to who it is that you need to release this negativity from, you know, especially if you are entangled in this person from childhood, be that a sibling, a cousin, a mum, a dad, your best friend, you know, your childhood sweetheart. And I've actually forgotten my own train of thought. How wild is that? There is a need, though, to uphold these healthy boundaries, healthy distance, and healthy self-love. And all of those three things come together. And if you feel like you are faltering on those, we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands came out, and I feel like the Nine of Wands may actually be, it may be the answer or a tool that you can use when you are feeling maybe that your boundaries are being violated, or your boundaries aren't being listened to, or being disrespected, because the Nine of Wands is the wounded healer. And I just heard Chiron. It's important to have a look at your Chiron. And I actually did do a video very recently. My laptop is out of bound. I can't use it at the moment, so I'm not able to link the video at the end. But if you just go into my videos, go into the playlist things that I've got for videos, and look for the one talking about the 1212 portal with, you know, what is your Chiron and how to heal it, or Chiron wound. Have a look on there, because I feel like that's going to really help someone here. And shut the front door. We were talking about the wounded warrior, excuse me. What do we have here? The wounded healer. Do you know that Chiron is called the wounded healer as well? Oh my goodness. So with the Nine of Wands being represented by the wounded healer in reverse, and I'm putting this down on the road that looks at a time for a change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. And it's time to release negativity in reverse, freedom, associations in your circle of friends, root chakra. And then this one, there is, I feel like, a wider community of, I heard friends, people that are on the same aligned path as you, or they're learning more about themselves by being creative or connecting into their creativity. It's like art therapy, in other words. And these are the people that are going to help you show the way. The wounded healer being in reverse, there is definitely this sacred rage of some sort. Sekhmet is such a wonderful energy, such a wonderful energy to connect to and to kind of read about. And when I had one of my first spiritual awakenings, there was a lot of anger, a lot of repressed anger and sacred rage that I didn't even know that I had. And she held it all for me. It's very transformative. And this is where I learned about the knot tying ceremony. And I think that I've spoken about this before on this channel. This may be something that needs to be done. Something needs to be burnt here. Because you have somebody who's in fight mode. Fight, flight, or freeze. It's like somebody's adrenals are constantly pumping. You and your loved ones are safe. And you've got alchemy. So if you're worried that, you know, things are being sent to you, for example, you're safe, you're protected, and it's not just protection from above, it's your own protection. Remember how sovereign you are. Remember how powerful you are. The power of prayer, the power of, you know, good intentions is so much stronger than the power of hate. It really, really is. but you and your loved ones are safe. We've got Cancer coming out here. And I want to pop this down over here. And then alchemy, should I take this? No. Okay, should I put that one back? No, leave it there. Okay, can I get one more, please? Thank you. Self-sabotage is upside down. This cycle is ending for you, but it ends when you stop sabotage. There's something here that you're sabotaging yourself with, and it may actually be the memories of whoever this person is, because for many of us, trauma that we've been through, as much as we've healed so many layers, there is something here that's right at the core. And it's not saying that, you know, you're not healing, that you're not working on yourself. It's just that it keeps coming back to this thing of the unknown. There being something in Scorpio, full moon in Scorpio in reverse. It's time to release negativity. It's being held on to. Why is it being held on to? 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. And then you have fiery climax approaches. This is to do with anger. You are good enough is upside down. This is to do with anger and to do with self-love, self-worth. What would you like with the Queen of Cups? How would you like, no, you want to talk about distance. Okay, let me pop you down here for a second. And I'm going to put down 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron, next to synergy. I feel like something very, very powerful is coming in for you. Because this is not just about, you know, a big windfall of money and material. Those are like a byproduct of the vibration that you step into. So those things are coming, but they're not the focus. This is more to do with the way that you change as a human being, as the way that you evolve spiritually. And maybe actually watching that channel. There's a channel called Evolving Spiritually that may have messages for you. I love her channel. She speaks truths. She, you know, she pulls tarot cards, and she's always got her finger on the pulse of what's happening in the collective. So maybe you want to go over there and have a look at her as well. You are good enough being upside down. Someone's holding on to this. Somebody's holding on to some sort of worry here when it comes to the solar plexus. So far we've had the root, the sacral and the solar plexus. I told you it's all to do with the heart, not even the heart space, it's underneath the heart space. The solar plexus is to do with our personal power and to do with our inner child and joy. That being in reverse, with you are not good, you are good enough being in reverse. This is something that needs to be released as well. Goddess of the Moon is coming out, and the moon was talking about healthy distance. Okay. So the thing is, I can tell you to do chord removals after chord removals after chord removals, but I think that you can do them, and if it's something that brings you, what's the word, solace, or it brings you comfort, please continue to do those. But you need to get to the root cause of this. Bride in the Cage came out, and I don't feel like it's fitting. Tell me about you see clearly, clairvoyance. Gaia. The frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to the Great Mother and to the universe that birthed us all. I feel like there is the understanding that those around us are to a certain degree a projection of how we see ourselves. So when you have a sibling or you have a narcissistic parent, it's not saying that you're narcissistic, it's not saying that you are, you know, you're nasty or anything like that, but the traits that we see in others that we can't let go of are the wounds within ourselves that we are yet to see. And having Gaia come out, especially next to you and your loved ones are safe, there is an alternate, I don't know why I'm saying this or why this is coming through, there's an alternate version of you and your family, or you and this person that it just didn't work with, where you were either friends or where something was changed. Why am I being shown this? Naked before the stars. And Cosmic Flower. The frequency of Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. This isn't even about an alternate reality. I feel like this is the first lives that we had, because some of us here have very new souls. Not everyone is an old soul. Not everyone has had multiple lives. Some people have only just, some energies have only just decided that this is the lifetime that they want to come in. For others, you're as old as time. And I think that some of the people that have brought in trauma or are seen as karmics or seen as your foes, they've had a lot of different opportunities to learn certain things as they had soul contracts with you. And this is an energy shift as well. I think this is part of it, is understanding that they had soul contracts with you. They were supposed to play the role of the bad guy, or they were supposed to do specific things in this human experience to help themselves and help you and help the collective consciousness. It's just that sometimes we get lost and we forget what our purpose is. And it means that those people are going to have to come back and redo the same things over and over and over. Whereas you are at, I heard the middle mark. There's something here about being at the middle mark. We have red, orange, yellow, green. Where's the blue? Blue, purple. There's something going on with the crown, the solar plexus. Marks go. I heard marks go. Because next year, I feel like next year is about cultivating that path into understanding exactly what your purpose is. It's not so much just, oh, next year you're going to be rich, and next year you're going to have all of these cars, and next year the love of your life. This year coming up for you, whether it's 2025 or you're watching this further into the, you know, whenever you're watching this, the year coming up for you is a pathway that you're going to be navigating that takes you to the beginning of your purpose, and how you expand out into that, and how you connect in with all the resources that you need. But it starts now, and it starts here. Excuse me. And that was confirmation burp right there. This new start that's coming in with Believe the Impossible. It comes with how you view your own power and how you view your own healing, because that is someone with a golden aura. People with golden auras are rare, but they're super healers. This dress of alchemy isn't just the dress that you're wearing, it's the dress that you help others to wear also. Because when you realize what your own path is and what your purpose is, you have a better awareness of how you then spread that out into the collective and help others. But it begins with dipping into the parts of yourself that you don't know about or that scare you. It's the darkness within ourselves that, like when children are scared of the dark, it's the unknown. Now, can we get a little bit on how we access this? Wow, okay. So we've got a few coming out here. And the first one that came out was Mayat and giving and receiving. So you have gifts coming in. Without a doubt, there's gifts and knowledge coming in. We have here intuition. And this is probably the reason why we have the full moon in Scorpio in reverse with its time to release negativity, because I was listening to, oh my gosh, what are their names? Abraham Hicks. And she was talking, or the person that was channeling them was talking about how when we feel like we have an issue or we're lacking something, the reason why we're unable to manifest in what it is that we need to sort out that problem is because we're in the thick of the problem and we're focusing so much on that problem, we don't make space for whatever it is that needs to come in, because that cog's already turning. The thing that you want from the universe is ready and waiting. It's not like it's in a little queue waiting to come forward. It's already there, manifested, waiting above your head. But if you are focusing solely on the issue, you make no space for that resource to come in. And that's what's happening right now for someone when it comes to I had a trigger or a sense or feeling where you can't grasp exactly what it is. 12th house, seeing oneness in all there is. Philanthropy, keep your involvement hidden. I feel like someone may be feeling very dualistic, or they may be viewing something in a very dualistic way, and oneness is going to be coming in. Can I get, and look, conclusions are within reach. Something's coming in, and I feel like for someone by the new year or January, I heard it will close down and then the new road will open, or the new path will open. Just be aware that as you're going along this path, as you are finding out more about yourself, you are going to have people that are trying to, it's not even, I don't even feel like it's a conscious thing of I'm going to pull you back down to my level, or I'm going to pull you back into drama. It's you're leaving. I can feel that you're leaving. I can feel that your energy is leaving. The more that you are healing, the more those cords have nowhere to kind of attach. And they're feeling it. They feel this. There's this sense of desperation coming in, because as you are rising, it's not even that they are going further down. They're just plateauing. You have the Triumph of Lies coming out here. What are these lies? I heard that you're not in control of your own life. Level up, exactly. Okay, before I go, can I get anything else all over there? Okay, let's have a look over here, shall we? Dealings or relationship with a younger woman is coming through. This person's name could be June, and that's June, May, July, summer, winter, something along those lines. Wednesday. This person's name is, it's like specific to a season or to a day in the week, like I said, or a time, or because you have those coming out, and I don't feel like this person is coming forward in June or July. I think that was their name. Well, that's a name that they use. Anything else, please, before I go? On the table, please, and thank you. Please and thank you so much. Oh, and you're like, no. A wish is granted. A wish is granted, you guys. But I think that the whole of this reading is talking about that even though this wish is granted, there is work that you have to do that accompanies this, which makes it so much richer, makes it so much more colourful. There's something about the senses being woken up, and that's why it's more than just, oh, I've won the lottery, oh, I can pay my bills, or I'm given this cash bundle, or it's an inheritance. There's more to it than just that. Look, financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past, so you're going to be getting these things, but there's so much more that comes with it. Anything else, please and thank you? Success. You got success. And I'm really, really proud of you guys. And I'm really, really pleased for you guys. Anything else that needs to come out? Leg. Stepping into a new experience. Stepping into a new experience, you guys. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'm going to leave that there. One more. Okay. One more, please. Thank you. Time to go out and have fun. And it's upside down. I feel like this is the energy of conserve your energy. Rest. You don't have to be in hermit mode. It's not saying that you're not allowed to have fun, you're not allowed to enjoy life. I think it is just saying do not go off the rails, do not become like this party animal, because right now this is about how you cultivate that safe environment for the inner child and the parts of yourself that are really repressed down. Repressed down can come up, come out. Why can I not speak? And someone needs hypnotism, something along those lines. You are highly thought of, you guys. I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know. If you are new to my channel and this resonated, I would love you to hit on the like, the subscribe, and on the notification bell so you can see more of my content and when I post. And if you are a returning subscriber, soul family, hearts, kisses, I love you guys. Know that my readings are closed at the moment. If you wish to inquire into like getting yourself on the waiting list, you can do so. Know that the way that you get your space kept for you for January going into February is by putting down a down payment, which is half of whatever the service cost is that you would like. So if you decide that you want a 15-minute reading, which is 111 sterling pounds, you would pay you'd pay £55, and that would keep your place. Know that I can refund you that within 24 hours if you change your mind. But after that, that's non-refundable if you decide to pull yourself out, because that's a space I could have given to someone else. Thank you to those who are still supporting Loku's Dog and Cat Care Rescue. I really, really appreciate you all, and so does Loku's Dog and Cat Care Rescue. Have a look down below if it's something that you'd like to be part of. I was going to say something else. I have a membership. I have a membership now, and I'm very pleased that I have a membership. I'm slowly building up the amount of videos that I have on there. I have a small library at the moment. I do go live once a month on the last Friday of every month at 8 p.m. GMT. That's British time. I go live. And if you would like to have a chance, I'm sorry, I'm really burpy and I don't know why. If you would like to have a chance of just winning a free reading from me, all you need to do is, once you are part of the membership, you come into the live and you just wave and say hello. If you're one of the first 5 to come in and do so, you can have a 3-card pull with any question you like at the end of that live. And if it's not too busy in there, you know, if we've only got like 5 or 6 people, I will quite happily give you a longer extended reading for free. And you can do that every month. Why not, right? So if that sounds like your cup of tea, have a look down below. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.